We'll come back to you and start with this question with you, Ms. Jessamy, and it'll probably give you the opportunity to address some of the issues that Mr. Bernstein just brought up. Considering that Baltimore City police officers are receiving reduction in salary and retirement pension along with benefits, and their pay is not compatible with the pay of surrounding jurisdictions, along with the fact that your office have been required in some cases to engage in furloughs, meaning that both the police department and the state's attorney's office have limited resources. What's the impact on crime, and does your office have a role in addressing these issues because they impact crime?
Well, I've been attempting to address the issue, especially of funding in the Baltimore City State's Attorney's Office. It's been real tough. We currently have 36 vacancies. We're on furlough, which means that any given day, in addition to the 36 vacancies, you have another 9 prosecutors and about 5 or 6 support staff who are out. So that's about 50 individuals who are out any given day in our agency. That's an agency of just 400. So that's over 10%. We've been cut to the bone. Morale is low, and usually low morale will impact work. So what have we been doing to address it? One of the things is trying to offer incentives for individuals. Recently, prosecutors and one of our law clerks came up to us because they work very hard. They're doing outstanding work, but then nobody knows it. I send them all letters when they do things. I congratulate them, but now we've started putting all of their information up on Facebook. So, and they're so excited about it because they see that others are seeing their work and commending them for it. There are problems with this, a lot of what's happening with the police department, and it's going to impact us because as more and more officers, experienced officers retire, it's going to reduce the level of experience in the department. And that's going to affect the cases, the investigations. It's going to affect whether or not we can get those officers back to testify in court. We just had, and I want to commend him, Marvin Sidnor, we got a good verdict in a case that he came back and did an outstanding job on. But we try to highlight the work of detectives. We try to highlight the work of parole and probation agents when they do outstanding work, giving them a pat on the back. But it is a serious issue, and it's one that all of us need to be working together to address.
The State's Attorney's Office, and it's the Baltimore City Police Department. And I would say two of the most, if not the most, important agencies in city government. Because to me, public safety is the most important issue facing us today as city residents. It is a fundamental right, and it is one that I think everyone in every part of this city, in every neighborhood, has a right to be free from fear that the next bullet's going to come through their window and kill a loved one. Now I say that because to say that sending attaboy letters and putting assistants' names up on Facebook somehow makes things all right and improves morale is, to use Ms. Jessamy's word, frankly, naive. It is too important a job that we face to say that that's how we're going to solve this morale problem. That's how we're going to solve this resource problem. I think we have two issues here. We have morale and we have resources. And I think the way we attack the morale problem is that we work cooperatively together to find the best way to use resources in the most effective manner to prosecute the most violent felonies. We don't just simply send out attaboy letters or put people's names up on Facebook. We act constructively. And when I am state's attorney, the first thing I am going to do is conduct an audit of those resources and find out how things are spent. I mean, for example, the state's attorney's office has a communications budget of about $200,000. These are the people that are the public faces of the state's attorney's office. You can do a lot with that money. You can put state's attorneys in the courtroom trying cases. You can get technology and improve things. I mean, the state's attorney's office doesn't even have voicemail on the telephones. The state's attorney's office budget has increased 74% in the last 10 years. It's approximately $30 million. It's the same budget as the city of Philadelphia's district attorney's office, which has twice the area, twice the population. So what I would say is that there is a way to be more effective in how you use these resources. And when I'm state's attorney, I will advocate for the officers in City Hall to try to get them the most that we can by way of benefits and by way of salary. Because as I said in the beginning, it is to me the most important part of government. And so when we come up for budget hearings and City Hall and City Council are talking about cuts and the like, you need an advocate. You need somebody that's going to be there fighting for you to get you the resources that you need and working with you with the existing resources. Am I going to be successful every time I do that? Of course not. Of course not, because you have to compete with different branches of government. But what I will be is your advocate, and I would hope that you would be mine as well, and that working together, we could use the resources we have and improve the conviction rate in the city.
Ms. Jessamy.